Howdy, 6th graders. Today is Friday, September 18th. Today in class, I took a few minutes to check over assignments that most of it was done in class, but I actually did a check of people's writing packets. So I checked to make sure that all the highlighting was done. And then I also checked to make sure that the assignment from yesterday was completed. When you show me that that is all done, I will be able to give you a grade as well. I need it by next Friday in order to give you 20 points. I also checked in on everybody's draft so far. So far you should have written 3 possible beginnings, and then you chose one. And then your homework yesterday was to continue writing for 15 or 20 more minutes. And so today I checked in on people to see what their drafts look like. I reminded people that we need dialogue in a narrative. And let's see. Make sure that it's in the correct sequence. What else did I tell them? Oops, that's the wrong one. If you look back at the writing packet, we have talked about a little bit about the elements of a personal narrative. So I was just reminding everybody to include those things. It's in your writing packet. It needs to be in order. It needs to tell a personal story. It should include your thoughts and feelings, not just the action that happens. And make sure to use vivid details. And that's another thing we talked about yesterday. So today's lesson was to show how you can conclude your personal narrative. So the first way you could possibly end your writing is to end with a mental image. Summarize the mistake and resulting success in a vivid and descriptive way that readers will remember. So when I think about this one, I think close your eyes. And when I read this, you should be able to make a picture in your head. I got out my map and marked the 2 streets with different colored markers. I wasn't about to make that mistake again, no matter how well it turned out. So you should have been able to visualize a map, and then I always think of red and blue when I think about 2 markers drawing the lines on it. But you would have obviously visualized whatever colors you did. And the other way you can end it is with dialogue. You can have the main character talk about an experience and how it turned out. Say something that lets the reader know it's finished. For example, "Thanks," I said to Mr. Neal. "I'm glad we were able to flip this from a huge mistake to a grand success." The last 3 ways you could possibly end is with action. First one's with action here. Have the main character engage in a meaningful action that the reader will recognize as ending the story in a satisfactory way. We shook hands and smiled. I knew everything was fine. So I know it's the end of the story. Everything has been resolved. Everybody's happy. You could also end with emotion. So think about your feelings. You're supposed to include emotion and thoughts in your narrative, but we want to make sure that at the end we restate the main emotion. So the example they give is, "I was so relieved to discover that she wasn't angry and that my wrong had turned into a right." And her emotion here is that she was relieved, or her feeling. The other way you can end is with a concluding thought. Have the narrator, which is you, sum up your experience with one concluding thought. "And that is how my very bad, horrible day turned out to be the best day of my life. And that is how making lemon bars and having them be super salty turned out to be the greatest day ever. Or turned out to be a life lesson," whatever it is for you. I'm thinking of my horrible lemon bars I made with too much salt and not enough sugar. Anyway, that was today's lesson, and your job is to finish writing your narrative. First draft is due on Monday, so you should have a page about like this. You should be thinking in terms of multiple paragraphs. Every time you have a new speaker speaking, it should be a new paragraph. I'm not sure if I remembered yesterday or not, but I do need week 4 spelling words written in cursive. Please and a picture taken and sent to me through email is fine, or Dojo. And email is preferable because I can blow it up bigger. That was one assignment I was thinking of. And please go online and look at your grade to see what you're missing. And what's the other thing? We took a spelling test today on week 4. And I also passed out week 5 spelling in case you want to get a head start on it. Everybody should be writing those words in their planner. And Holly and Ian, I've already emailed you your week 5 spelling list yesterday, so you should have that. You also have a hard copy of it waiting for you on the table downstairs if there's anything that you would like to pick up on Monday. That's it. Have a good weekend.